See here, zap your strength.
Yeah,
Yes, not 5 goals.
I'm sure you guys knew all about the hair thing. Something for a great foundation, and it also started team camaraderie. Not a lot of guys in that room look good with shaved head. It's a small sacrifice to what real people in this world are going through. So it just shows that we got our coaching staff, all the players on board. So it was more of a team building thing for a great cause.
Dan, can you just talk about the through the legs goal? Maybe the sickest goal I've ever seen.
Sometimes you're lucky the ball goes in for you. It's something I mess around with in practice the odd time, and I pulled one off last year. But you know, Matty Banks had my number all year, so it's been a dogfight with him. He's a good friend of mine, and finally the ball was going in for me against him.
It almost seems like the kind of thing that almost happened by accident. Like everyone was just like shocked by it. Is it something that was just instinct for you, or have you thought about doing it before?
You know, you think about it, there's sometimes the goalie will overplay your strong side, the right side, so you can throw it behind the back, goal or between the leg shot. But in a game, there's no way you have enough time to break it down and think about, okay, here I go, I'm going to try it behind the back or a one-hand shot. Your instinct does kick in, and that's what happened.
Dan, I asked Coach this, and I'm going to ask you too. This is the first time you've lost 2 in a row since the beginning of the season, and the Titans are obviously a really tough team to beat. So what do you think went wrong?
You know, they're in first place for a reason. What went wrong? That's the one great thing about sports. If you could ever find out what went wrong every time, you'd be an undefeated team. We came out, had a slow start. They got us up 6-2. We overcame that. We went on a little bit of run, 6-6, headed into the halftime, and I think we got a little complacent. You want to stay even keel throughout the whole game. I thought we got a little bit too high there in the dressing room. Okay, that was easy. We're up, we're down 6-2. We get back in it. We'll run this in the second half. But that's a team that was in the NLL finals last year for a reason, and they just persevered. They outworked us. The effort was there for us, but the execution, the missed passes, the missed shots, those are inexcusable at this point in the season with 3 games remaining. That was the biggest difference. They finished their chances, we didn't.
You seem to be having a lot of trouble with their defense, getting shots off. They seem to be throwing off your passes. Is that true?
Yeah, they did a great job. They have very athletic, big defenders on their team. They're in first place, like I said, for a reason. And I think that we settled again for the outside shots. We have to have everyone on our team sacrifice and get into the middle. I just don't know if we have everyone doing that. We have to get guys in the middle paying the price in order to win games in this league, and that's the biggest difference.
Coach made a comment earlier. There's some guys in there that are giving up, 110%. There's some guys in there that aren't really there, their heart isn't included. Is that general consensus around the locker room?
That's the toughest part. Is sometimes if you don't have 23 guys willing to sacrifice everything for the betterment of the team and put their individual wants and needs aside, how are you going to win? As an individuals, you can't win in this league, and there is definitely guys in our dressing room that are coasting. And we're 6-7. We haven't done anything in this league yet. We were bounced in the first round of the playoffs last year, so I have no idea why we're coasting right now. And we need everyone on board. And the only thing we're striving for right now is a playoff position. We're fighting for our lives right now.
You right the ship?
100%. That's the positive thing, right? Everything in life is positive and negatives. The negative is we lost 2 in a row. The positive thing is we see Minnesota next weekend. We got Colorado and Buffalo. We got 3 games remaining. We can turn this around, finish off the season 9-7. But for now, all we're doing is focusing on Minnesota.
Is Matt Gillis finding his niche with the team?
100%. He's a big body, and he could get a lot more goals and assists, but he's doing the things that don't show up on the game sheet. He's getting me open. My game's gone to a better place because of Matt, because he's picking and rolling, he's creating space for me, he's getting offensive loose balls in his leadership in the dressing room. So Matt, he's playing phenomenal for us. He's scoring big goals for us, and he's just been a great acquisition.
At the end of the game, you got that penalty with just over 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
You guys needed goals. You had a short amount of time. What was going through your head as you were sitting there as a team leader?
I like to say it was a tough call. I don't really know. I thought I eased up when he was on the ground, and it happens. It kind of took a lot of wind out of our sails being down, with under 3 minutes, and killing off 2 minutes is tough. So it was a tough penalty. ultimately I took it, so there's some more on me out there for that.
How does a game like tonight playing in Orlando prepare you guys for the playoffs in a couple weeks?
I think they're the cream of the crop in the East right now, and it's a great test. You know, we've won 2-1 against them in our season series. You know, we played them 3 times, and ultimately we realized that we can't just show up and win games. It's such a cliche, but you cannot show up and win games. We have to outwork teams, we have to outsmart teams, we have to out-execute teams, and we did none of that tonight.
Anything else, guys?
One more question. What kind of motor does Casey Powell have? He's still going.
Yeah, Casey's one of those guys who is just great for the game. He's fun to watch. Unfortunately, I don't like watching him when I'm playing against him, but he's got so much raw talent that he can do anything out there, and he's been doing it for so many years, and his game seems to be getting better every year, and then that's the scary thing.